is Quinn Harris with Intentional Property Management, IPM. Being intentional about providing great service. That's our motto. That's what we live by. That's what we stand by. So today we're being intentional in regards to provide you guys with a great service with our do-it-yourself credit repair program. We think it will be beneficial for many of you to get you back on track and get your credit back on track as well. We certainly aware that many credit repair companies are charging anywhere from $75 to $100 a month, taking you 12 months to get your credit back on track, which is actually costing upwards of $1,000 to $1,200 or more. Actually trying to get your credit repaired. So we found a way that we think will be beneficial to allow you guys to be able to do this yourself to where you're not breaking the bank, if you will. So this is an affordable solution, a very viable solution that is very beneficial in terms of what we offer in here, and it pretty much giving you the same thing that most credit repair companies are doing. So we just teaching you guys how to do that on your own versus going through someone else. So it does require you to do the legwork, which is I think is beneficial in many ways. But I mean, if you have $1,200 to blow because you're too lazy to send something in the mail, then by all means, this course may not be for you. But for those of you who have the time and the patience to follow these simple steps, I think you'll see yourself in a great position in the near future when it comes to your credit and also keeping your credit on track. So just to give you a little bit of background, once again, my name is Quinn Harris. I've been in the financial industry for the better part of in mortgage banking for more than about 7 years, senior loan officer. Also ran an office there in Charlotte, North Carolina for probably about a year and a half before the mortgage crisis back in 2008. I began the credit repair journey during that time, helping a lot of my buyers with financing who was actually running into issues with purchasing a home, having to get their credit on track to get them in position to be able to purchase that home. So I began that journey then, figuring out ways to help them get their credit back on track. I've actually partnered with many different institutions when it comes to credit repair. So I'm familiar with many of them. I've also taken several courses with the Credit King, Mr. Will Roundtree, very intelligent brother in regards to credit repair. I've actually took several of his courses just to make sure I was abreast in this industry to make sure I'm able to provide excellent services to you guys. So without further ado, I want to actually just go ahead and jump in to the program. The initial start, I just want to go over 15 reasons as to why I think it is beneficial for you to repair your credit, how important, how vital it is to have fairly decent credit, and how it actually can impact your life. So once again, 15 reasons in terms of repairing your credit score. So once again, I'm being intentional about providing great service, which is our motto today. So the first reason repairing your credit is great is to save money on interest. As you all are aware, low credit scores typically mean higher interest rates, and that means higher finance charges on your credit card balances. Repairing your credit would allow you to get more competitive interest rate and cut back on the money you pay in interest. I mean, that's plain and simple. I mean, saving money on interest, I mean, it's detrimental. I mean, it can be the difference between you paying $200 on a car payment versus $500 on a car payment for the same car. Just that simple. Paying a high interest credit card, 22% on credit cards, when you can be paying somewhere around 8% on credit. You're paying most of those things, paying it in interest. And a small amount going to the balance to pay that balance down. So you're giving a lot of money away to the banks who providing you with the financing with your low scores. So saving money on interest is very vital. So that's number one. Number two would be start paying high security deposits. I mean, your utilities. I mean, utility services providers, even phone companies check your credit before allowing you to establish service. So to offset the risk of a default, these service providers charge you a deposit. Making your payments on time would allow you to get your deposit back. Improving your credit score keeps you from having to pay on deposits altogether. So, I mean, if you moving into a new place, a new home, and having to pay an extra $150, $200, $250 or more just to move in to get your lights on, sometimes it puts a strain on your budget to where it delays you moving in by a week, 2 weeks, sometimes a month. So having decent credit will definitely prevent you from having to go through these ailments when it comes to getting the things that you want. Number three is getting lower interest rates. A lot of people are not aware that having a low credit score actually gives you a high insurance rate on your vehicle. You don't know why your interest your cost of your insurance monthly is $150 when it could be $80. It's because of your credit. Insurance premiums are high because of people with bad credit. They feel like it's once again high risk, or feeling that you default on your payments. So getting that credit rate in a better position will definitely lower your interest rate on your car insurance. So I mean, it's just another way of showing you how credit affects you in many avenues in your life. And as we continue, you'll begin to see how it's going to involve many aspects of your life that you may have not even been aware of. So stop paying for cash for everything. So number four, stop paying cash for everything. If you have bad credit, you'll have a hard time getting a credit card, which means you'll end up paying cash for everything. Number one, just because you can't afford or you don't have a credit score to get anything, you got to come out of pocket with pretty much everything that you want to get. I mean, that can be a nuisance, very big nuisance. Um, I know they say cash is king. I mean, I used to be one of those people who just wanted to pay cash for everything and not even have credit. But you'll find yourself when it comes to maybe wanting to start a business, you can't even get financed because of your credit. You don't have credit or your credit is bad. And you don't have the capital in order to start that business. Or you don't have the capital to be able to pay cash for that car. So you need financing. And bad credit, once again, is going to put you in a position to where you're paying those high interest rates to where it take you longer to pay that vehicle off. And then also you end up spending a ton more money just because you're in a bad position with your credit score. So we want to work on that and actually eliminate you from having to pay cash for everything. Number five, getting a higher credit limit. I mean, credit utilization is one of the biggest keys to making sure you maintain a good credit score. So if you can't keep your credit utilization down below 30%, 30% or lower, then it's going to affect your credit score. So some of you may be wondering why your credit score is low. You have credit cards, two, maybe three, and you pay those credit cards on time every month, but your credit score is still in the 500s. More than likely, it's because of the amount of credit that you utilize in each month. So even though you're paying it on time, you over that 30% mark, it's going to take a negative effect on your credit to where it's going to decrease your credit. So you have to keep your credit utilization down 30% or below in order to maintain a good credit score. So I would suggest paying down those credit cards to where you get to the 30% range, and you'll see your credit score begin to move up astronomically, which will put you in a better position, and then also gets you in position to get a higher credit limit. So those higher credit limits, that way if you have to use your credit cards, the limit is high enough to where it's not going to affect your credit in any regards, because you're going to be under that 30% range. So having a good score will definitely get you to a place to where you can get those higher credit limits as well. You can stop debt collectors. Who loves them? Nobody loves a debt collector. I know I don't. So those harassing phone calls, repairing your credit includes paying off those debt collection accounts. Until you have to. Until you do, you face relentless calls and letters from debt collectors. What can you say about that? So being able to know how you can attack these collections to get those removed off your account, to stop those calls from coming in. I mean, and a lot of times these harassing phone calls, I mean, you can stop these calls. You really can. And we have the information to tell you exactly what to do in order to get them from calling, keep them from calling you. And if they continue to call you, you can even file a lawsuit to where you actually can be the beneficiary of that lawsuit just because they've actually broken the law in terms of the number of times they call you when you've actually taken action against them to prevent those calls. So we do have methods and ways where we can show you how to prevent those calls from coming in. But the main thing is to make sure you're able to get these collections off of your credit to where you're going to put yourself in a better position overall and actually stop the calls altogether. So once again, stopping debt collectors from harassing you is just a key part of getting your credit on track. Number 7 is feel better about your credit score. I mean, um, a healthy credit score, it gives you a little pride to when you're walking into an establishment. I mean, you can walk in with your head up, knowing that you have a decent score, to where you're not worrying about getting that denial letter. I mean, it does feel good, plain and simple. It feels good to have decent credit, and in my view, everybody should have it. That way, everybody can feel good. Number 8 is buying a home. So once again, this was my expertise in terms of financing homes, refinancing homes. The home ownership has always been the American dream. Bad credit is the nightmare that keeps most from realizing that dream. So many banks won't lend you a mortgage until you've repaired your credit. That's just the way it is. So you have to have your credit in good standing in order for you to get financing to be able to purchase that home. So this program is designed to assist you guys with actually getting that on track to where you can actually be that first time home buyer or be able to put you in a position to refinance your home if you're looking to pull equity out or actually get a better mortgage payment per month. So having good credit definitely will put you in a better position overall when it comes to purchasing that home. Also, renting an apartment. Not only can bad credit keep you from buying a home, it can also keep you from renting an apartment. So many landlords now check credit and they determine the likelihood that you'll be late on your rent. So bad credit can prevent you from getting prevent you from getting your application denied. So putting that credit back on track will be able to put you in a better position to be able to get that rental apartment that you may be looking for. That way you can get out of mama's house, daddy's house if you're tired of living with your parents, get out of grandma's house, uncle's house, auntie's house. This is one of the ways you want to go and attack that is getting your credit on track. That way you can actually get the things that you need and actually move your life forward. Buying a home, renting an apartment, and then now number 10, a new car. As I stated earlier, I mean, you will see how in many ways your credit can affect your life. I mean, in so many different ways. Auto lenders among the many businesses that check your credit before lending to you. Without a good credit score, your auto loan application typically will be denied. And if it's not denied, you're looking at spending, once again, to point number 1, a high interest rate. A high interest rate means that you're getting less of a vehicle and still paying a high monthly fee. So we want to make sure we're addressing that. That way we can get the car that we want, and pay the payments that we desire versus paying a high payment with a car that we don't even like. Number 11, many people are not even aware that getting a job and having bad credit can go hand in hand. So employers check credit before deciding to hire you nowadays. Some government financial management and executive jobs are particularly curious about your financial history. And a bad credit history could cost you the job or the promotion that you've been working so hard to get. Just another way to show you how important credit is when it comes to your daily life. So it's in all aspects of living in regards to your credit. A lot of people are just not aware; they're oblivious to that. So once again, I've created this course that where you can actually be informed, you can tackle this situation, and once again at an affordable cost. Number 12, take some financial pressure off your spouse. So if you're married, husband or wife, if you fiance, you cohabit with your partner. I mean, one person has decent credit and the other has not so good credit, so you're putting the burden on your partner to get everything that you need. I mean, having better credit, I mean, we'll take that burden away from your partner, and it balances out the to where it's not so much stress there. And then both of you guys having decent credit, I mean, you guys can be able to utilize, I mean, and partner up to where if you look at the start of business, now both of you guys have decent credit to get better financing across the board because there's two incomes that can be utilized on many applications where it's going to put you at a better, what we would call a debt to income ratio in terms of your debt versus your liabilities versus your assets, to where you guys are able to put your money together, good credits, to where you can actually get a bigger amount in terms of the loan that you're trying to attain. So I think that's beneficial. Once again, being able to take the pressure off your spouse or your significant other. So having decent credit will definitely put you in a better position there as well. Stop relying on cosigners. Who loves to get a cosigner? Not me. And cosigners are not interested in you coming to see them to ask you to give them some help. I mean, they worked hard to get their credit on track, and they looking at you and saying you need to do the same. And sometimes most people don't even want to go ask anybody for a cosigner. You don't want to even shame yourself to even try to rely on someone. So I mean, getting good credit and maintaining good credit is important. So most co-signers decline because they knew what it took for them to get that decent credit, and they want to be able to maintain that. And if you need a co-signer, then typically it shows that you haven't been able to maintain your credit in good standing. So why would they want to risk their decent credit score on someone who hasn't been able to maintain? So definitely want to keep that in mind, and think about how important it is for you to get yourself on track with your credit. That way you can actually eliminate even having the need to go look for a cosigner. And once again, starting your own business. Many have the desire to start their own business. I mean, starting a new business takes money. So many entrepreneurs rely on small business loans to get their businesses off the ground. Bad credit can keep you from getting that financing that's needed to start the business. I mean, you'll have to improve your credit before a bank will even give you a loan. That's key. And once again, it just shows you how important having decent credit is when it comes to doing the things that you want and desire out of life. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. This is a capitalistic society, and cash. I mean, having the cash is what's going to take to be able to push you forward. And unfortunately, having decent credit is where you're going to be able to get a lot of that cash from. Nobody's sitting around on a pile of money just handing out cash. No, you got to go use what they call OPM, other people's money. That's the name of the game, other people's money. And you can't use other people's money if you have poor credit ratings, because they're not going to trust that you have the ability or actually have the wherewithal to be able to pay it back or will pay it back. So just keep that in mind as well. And lastly, protecting your children's credit score. Having bad credit can tempt you to use your child's credit. I mean, you might think you never do that, but you never know what you'll do when you're desperate. You know what I'm saying? Say you have the electricity turned on, have to have it turned on, but your credit is too bad, you got to pay that high deposit. And you don't want to wait another 2-3 weeks before you get that next check. And plus you got other bills coming up. What will you do? I mean, it does happen. I mean, unfortunately, but it also puts the child in jeopardy of having bad credit when they actually get to age, to where they don't even have any inkling of what actually has taken place. But you do find that does happen quite often. So to protect your child's credit, get your credit on track, maintain and do the right thing, and work hard to where you're able to do what's necessary, not only for yourself, but also for your children as well. So, I mean, these are 15 reasons I state to repair your credit. Once again, this is Quinn with IPM, Intentional Property Management, being intentional about providing great service. I hope you guys found this video to be very informative, and I hope it actually inspires you to go and actually take our course, because once again, It is very informational, it's very helpful, and I think you'll find it to be beneficial in your life. So, once again, thank you for listening. Have a great day.